David. Good to see you both.
Thanks for having us.
Keanu, we had a film all about bats there, which
great.
ties in nicely to our first question.
Okay.
Ready? Hasn't it always been a dream for you to play Batman?
Yeah, when I was growing up, I wanted to play the Batman, for sure. Yeah, it was. I watched the television series when I was a kid and really enjoyed it. And then there was a wonderful comic book artist named Frank Miller, and Batman sounded like it would be fun.
It could still happen.
I think my Batman ship has sailed. But I did get to play it in an animated film.
You did?
Yeah, so I got to voice, I got to say
Kind of been him.
I am the Batman. So it was like,
You've scratched that itch.
It was a good day.
You're not only known for your brilliant acting roles, but of course in 2021 you created a hit comic book series, Berserker, and now you've teamed up with China here to expand that into a novel, and this new adventure is upon us. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I was a part of doing the comic book Berserker, and the opportunity to do a novelization inspired by the comic book came up, and they asked me who would be my dream author, and I love, you know, the work that I've read of China's I love, and so I said China Mayville, but we'll never get him. But let's ask. And so they contacted you, and I think you checked the comic out, and then we had.
But what were you thinking, China? Were you thinking, hang on a minute, is this really Keanu Reeves?
I get asked this occasionally, and it was simply such an unlikely email that it didn't even cross my mind that it would be a scam. I was just like, well, this is definitely happening. I mean, it's the oddest thing that's ever happened. But so we kind of got in contact, and then we had a lovely serendipity, which was that we were talking about maybe getting together to discuss it, and by pure chance, we both happened to be in the same city, Berlin. So I think I must have sounded like a stalker, because Keanu was like, well, unfortunately, I'm in Berlin at the moment.
Me
I'm like,
too.
I'll be there in a second.
No, I was like, yes.
So what is it about the book? Tell us a bit about the adventure in the book.
Let's see. I would say that it's based upon the main character is 80,000 years old. He was born to circumstances where he has a human mother and a god or alien father. The parents were a tribe that were being attacked all the time, and they asked the gods for a weapon. And this child was born. This child is cursed with violence, has to act out violence. They can die, but they get born again in an egg. So he has a bit of a conundrum. He's half human, and it's a character that's trying to understand themselves, the why of themselves, and also trying to get rid of the curse of violence and get more in touch with their humanity as the kind of primary basis. And then China took that premise and kind of ran with it and created a novel that is in present day, then flashes back to other relationships that the characters had dealing with love and grief and loss. And it's a bit of a film noir kind of mystery novel, the propulsive.
Rain-soaked streets.
Yes.
Did you have Keanu's kind of previous roles in your mind, or was that difficult to not think about him on screen when you were writing?
I mean, it wasn't. I did think about him on screen, but that was fine because, you know, I mean, I'm not mistaking Keanu for his characters, and the book, the comic book, quite deliberately, the character looks like Keanu, and so it was. There was, you know, if I was trying to, which is honestly, it was honestly helpful, because if you're trying to visualize a particular scene. You know, I have seen this gentleman walk across a room. I have seen, you know, for many years, I've seen exactly how he punches people. So, no, it was kind of it was not a problem, and I really enjoyed the comic, but also wanted to go in different directions with it. So, so that was actually kind of a pleasure. It was like playing with someone else's toys.
Yeah, many milestones for you, Keanu, this year. 10 years of John Wick's, isn't it? 25 years of The Matrix.
Oh, I turned 60.
Did you?
Yeah.
You cannot be 60.
I'm 60 years old.
Wow. Well, it is 30 years since Speed.
And yes, yeah, 30 years on Speed. I think 20 years for a film I did called Constantine.
Oh my gosh.
Point Break, I think, is in its 30s or something.
And is it right that you sort of had a little screen and you reunited with your Speed co-stars and, you know, had a little screen in to celebrate 30 years?
Yes.
How was that to get back together?
So nice. Yeah, Sandra Bullock and I get along really well, and it's always nice to see her. So it was nice to kind of hang out for a little bit.
Didn't you discover later that you could have got on even better? You both had a bit of a crush on each other on set, but you didn't find out until later on that you kind of fancied each other.
Oh, yeah, we were very professional.
That would have been a nice couple.
Very professional.
Yeah, we would have enjoyed that.
There was great chemistry on screen anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
It was
exactly.
fantastic. Yeah, it's been lovely kind of reminiscing about those films today, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it really has.
So, right, well, of course, Keanu and China's novel, The Book of Elsewhere, is out now.
Time now